Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with yet another story for you. This one is Am I the Astronaut? Husband threw a barbecue party for his friends. I refused to help. Party was a disaster. So my husband likes to invite his friends. Note, his friends. I am not close with him. For barbecue parties. He prides himself on his barbecue skills. The thing is, I always end up doing everything. He buys and preps the meat and then grills and serves it and collects praise for his barbecue skills. I have to buy drinks, get out enough dishes, clean up the patio deck, non-native speaker, I don't know which one to use. I prepare the sides and veggies, I refill the drinks and take away dishes. We don't use paper plates or plastic cups since I find it wasteful, so as to keep the main table tidy. It's just non-stop work for me. He just told me last week that he invited his friends for Saturday, so yesterday. Just announced it. Didn't ask me. I said, well, okay, do I know anyone? Nope, these are his workmates and they won't be bringing their spouses. My husband calls it a guy's night. I said, okay, then guys' night. Well, enjoy yourselves. I will be in my craft room working on some of my projects and drinking wine. He said he would handle it. Spoiler alert, he did not handle it.
Shocking.
He got the meat all right, but just ignored any other preparation, and I was so sick and tired of being taken for granted. He never asks me for help. I just do stuff, so I didn't do anything. The patio was a mess. The upholstery of our garden furniture was all messy from our dogs. The table wasn't wiped down. There was stuff lying all around. His friends arrived. I welcomed them and then excused myself to my crafts room, put on some music, and worked. Cue the messages. He started asking for stuff like, where are the plates? We only keep a small set in the kitchen. The rest is in the basement. Where are the cups? Why isn't the beer chilled? Where's the non-alcoholic beer? Did I not buy it? Where are the sides? I just replied that he said he would handle it all himself. Edit, this is also where I feel like I might have been the asshole. It would have just taken me minutes to at least tell him where the stuff is. I checked on the guys a few hours later and it was a disaster. Table all cluttered. They ordered some takeout as sides. There weren't enough dishes and silverware. Someone had to go drive for drinks. On Sunday, today, he was all grumpy and actually told me that he is disappointed that I didn't pull my weight and that I made our family look sloppy and bad. Okay.
What?
I mean, it was red flag worthy before then, but now at this point, he's like, I'm really disappointed in you. You really failed. I told him that I'm not his little housewife and that he's a big guy, and if he embarrassed himself in front of his workmates, that's all on him. And that I'm glad that he can see at least a tiny bit of work that I do around the house. He got upset and went for a run to let off some steam. Oh, and the patio is full of dishes. He didn't even clean the grill. I'm not touching anything. There's a couple of edits here, but let's talk about this for just a second. Dude, look, if you're going to volunteer your spouse for something that is going to be a shit ton of work for them, I mean, at least appreciate them for it and not do what Brozo here did, which, by the way, let's make that title official. This dude has just voluntold her over and over again. Well, not even voluntold. He volunteered by proxy. Or OP created this expectation because OP has jumped in every single time and just done it without being asked, created the expectation that she was going to do that. Now, she cleared herself in this one because ahead of time, she's like, I'm not doing anything. And he's like, I got it. I'll do it. I'll handle everything. Okay. OP, yeah, you might have set the precedent by jumping in without him asking before, but by saying, I will not be doing that, you've absolved yourself from any responsibility here, and him saying, I will handle it, means he will handle it. The real crusty dick move here was him coming to you after the fact, after he screwed the pooch on this thing and just drove this party into the ground by having no idea how to do anything at all, and just failing miserably, was to come to you and say that he was disappointed in you. I know I said I would handle everything, but man, you really failed hard. This guy is a half rack of dick sauce. Like, there's no way around that. And I don't know. Okay, Tater Vision, real quick, before we read the update, or the small edit / update. Okay, this would never happen, but if we were in this position where you had always just jumped in and done this thing, but this time said you weren't going to do it. I said I would handle it all. I failed miserably, but put all that blame on you. How would you handle it?
I'd probably just laugh, to be honest.
You just
laugh and be like, I feel like I told you I'm not doing this. You said you could handle it. You don't give me enough credit. These parties are specifically for you. There is no benefit And I wouldn't mind helping once in a while, but if someone's doing this all the time and volunteering my time to essentially wait on people hand and foot, to do the sides, to do the buy the drinks, to literally every single detail was left up to her. The only thing he did was buy meat. That's it. And he's like, let's have a party with a bunch of meat.
She was back of house and front of house for this whole thing.
And so for him to see how much work actually goes into it and to understand the fact that he doesn't appreciate what she's doing. And I mean, this happens in marriages and relationships a lot, I think. And it can be man or woman or whoever is causing this. But I think at some point you have to realize how much goes into it and what your partner is putting forth the effort. What effort are you putting forth?
Yeah. And you know what? He had an opportunity here to screw the pooch on this party. And then after the fact to be like, I failed hard. I now definitely see like the value and the effort for everything you do. And like, holy shit, thank you so much for doing that. You've done it so many times without me ever asking. You just do it. And I probably never thanked you for that. And I want to thank you for the hundreds of times you've done this for me before. And I get it now. And you know what? Teach me so that we can do this together, because I realize how much work it is. He could have turned this into a really positive thing and just didn't. And I think that's the biggest fail for me. And he's with that comment, with him coming back and saying, you failed hard. I feel like he's jumped to black hole for me. But let's see what the edit/update says here. Edit/update. Thank you for the comments. This made me realize I am at fault as well for tolerating this for so long. Setting precedent. I went out to clear my head. My husband came back from his run and is pointedly not speaking to me and reconsider many things in our marriage. Wow. That got big.
So she's realizing that what she has tolerated so far has been like that he's basically doing nothing.
Yeah.
In this relationship, and she's pulling
appreciates
all the weight.
Nothing.
The fact that he f***ed up, that he didn't do things right, and is blaming her and like not speaking to her and just freezing her out for something that he created. Like he created the problem and is blaming it on her, like black hole, because that's like you're wallowing in your shit and blaming it on someone else. Like you, dude. Go clean yourself up and let's talk like adults.
Go flush. Go flush here. Edit update 2. Maybe a similar story was posted before. Apparently more husbands are assholes. Feel free to post the link to the supposedly identical post I copied this from. Go ahead. And please don't give this awards. This is a throwaway account that I plan to abandon in a few days at most. Okay, so OP got some shit for that. But yeah, this is pretty stinking ridiculous. Man, I had a thought here.
Anne said, did dude party himself into a divorce? Possibly. Probably. Oh, I remember what it was. He didn't even make the attempt to like try to see that because his fucking pride was wounded whenever he was embarrassed in front of his dudes. He is used to being the knight in shining armor here and like the meat king, and his boys come over and they're like, dude, bro, BBQ on point again. You are the king of the meat. It's the meat you can't beat. All that crap, right? He was the king of the hill, and then all of a sudden he's in flea bottom because like he doesn't know how to do anything. And instead of appreciating it, his pride was wounded. And when your pride drives the boat, you're going to head for freaking choppy water. There's no way around it. When your pride takes the wheel, you are going to get yourself into a situation where you're going to damage relationships. You cannot let your pride make decisions for you. And that is where he's at right now. The comment, his comment about putting the blame on you for this, like I have to do it. I have to send him to the friggin' black hole. He would have been ASCON 1, right? If he had come back from this, and you know, for just not appreciating it, but like he took it a step further. He had an opportunity here to turn this into a positive, but his pride prevented him from doing it. And I think that's pride is dangerous. And especially, I mean, for anybody, for humans, right? But for dudes especially, it's like when ego is easily bruised and the defense mechanisms that come out when somebody's ego feels threatened or takes a ding will always overreact. Always. Did you know I do a live stream? Yeah, it's crazy, right? Sundays at 9 p.m. Central and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central. Come hang out, read some stories, catch some feedback, be part of the fun.